All right, so a 3-0 series whitewash then for Team India. Joining us now is Mr. Sunil Gavaskar. Mr. Gavaskar, thanks so much for joining us, sir. Great to have you back on the show. Now, that smile on your face really is telling 1,000 tales right now, because after the second T20, you had said that this team should aim for a series whitewash. That's exactly what they have done. How impressive was this particular run chase, chasing down 198, 70 needed in the last over, and yet no nerves whatsoever?
This is a big win, because it wasn't easy chasing almost 200 runs. That is an asking rate of almost 10 runs and over. Never easy to maintain. But the way the top order has been performing over the one-day series as well as in the T20s, there was the belief that they would be able to do it. Yet when it came down to the last 4 or 5 overs, it was nail-biting stuff. We had two experienced batsmen at the crease, Suresh Raina and Yuvraj Singh. And though Yuvi started slowly, because he hasn't played international cricket for a while, so it's understandable that he wasn't able to get into the groove straight away. But he took his time, and when it mattered, he got the runs. So a fabulous win, and it really is fantastic, because it's a clean sweep. I keep joking. We're not only talking about Swachh Bharat, we've also done a little bit of Swachh Australia with that clean sweep.
Well, of course, Mr. Gavaskar, one look at the scorecard will, of course, tell any cricket fan that there were multiple heroes really in this particular run chase. Suresh Raina, one of them, Virat Kohli, another. But let's start with, in progression, going by the batting lineup. And the top three, the way they shouldered the responsibility, Rohit Sharma, Shikhar Dhawan and Virat, that really gave India just the platform that they needed to chase down this big score.
Yes, you're right. I think the platform is what you need. And once your top three batsmen give you that platform, then it becomes easier for the batsmen lower down the order to start throwing their bats at the ball, every ball that comes along, because they will probably come into bat when just 3 or 4 runs are required, or 3 or 4 overs are left, I beg your pardon. And in those 3 or 4 overs, you want to get at least about 10 runs and over to get another 40 odd runs. So the start is always important. You lay the foundation, which is what Shikhar Dhawan, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli have been doing consistently. And therefore, while they need the bigger share of the compliments, I think the way Suresh Raina and Yuvraj Singh held their nerve in the final stages, they also deserve plenty of kudos.
Right, talking about Suresh Raina, I'm glad you brought him up again, Mr. Gavaskar. This is why he's so highly rated, especially in limited overs cricket. And this is a fitting reply, really, especially after he was dropped from the ODI team.
Yes, I think for the ODIs, probably they had different ideas. But surely, as far as the T20 is concerned, I don't think there are better readers of the game, of the situation of the game, when to accelerate, when to maybe look for the ones and twos than Suresh Raina. And more importantly, he's got the energy, stamina, the drive to convert ones into twos, twos into threes, and that makes a huge difference. Plus, what he brings onto the field as a fielder, he can also bowl a bit of spin, which he didn't do because in Australia there was not that much turn on the pitches over there. But when it comes to the Asia Cup as well as the ICC World T20 in the subcontinent, I'm sure he'll get an over or two.
Right. Is this the playing 11, Mr. Gavaskar, that you would like to see in the World T20 for Team India?
Yes, I think so. I think this is pretty much the playing 11 that I would like, simply because if I was a captain, I would have so many options. I've got Yuvraj Singh, who can bat up the order, who can come in and bowl me a couple of overs, right, get me important wickets like he did, because he got rid of the dangerous Maxwell. And then you have in Bumrah somebody who can bowl Yorkers at the death, and Ashish Nehra bringing all his experience into play and bowling the way he did. And there is Hardik Pandya as well. So who can bat, who can come in as the third seamer. I think this 11 looks a very, very good 11.
Right, Mr. Gavaskar, enough evidence now that Yuvraj Singh will be a part of that World T20 team.
Well, he gets wickets in Australia on pitches which hardly get the ball to turn. So clearly, I think on the subcontinent pitches where the ball is going to turn that little bit, he will be part of the 11. He has to be because, as I said, he brings so much experience into the batting. He hasn't lost the power. We saw that with that 6 that he struck. So he hasn't lost the power as far as batting is concerned. In the field, you remember that catch that he took? That was a real rocket hit by Chris Lynn to give Pandya his first wicket. That the catch, so he's a plus in every part, every aspect of the game. And therefore, my honest advice to everybody who was expecting that, Yuvraj will come and start hitting the ball from the first ball is to be just a little bit patient. Be patient, give one of India's great match winners just a little bit of time to settle down, because he's coming back into the international arena after a gap. And it's never easy to come into the international arena after you've had a bit of a gap.